A century ago the sky split apart, and dungeons appeared. The monsters that flooded out of the dungeons could not be restrained with normal weapons, and the only ones that could face them were people that awakened supernatural abilities along with the appearance of dungeons. The few selected humans. Awakeners. Thanks to their performance, the turbulent world stabilized. While monsters, mana, and a new civilization started to take root, some awakeners became hunters whose job was to take down decades later. There were too many hunters. Once the mechanism behind awakening was uncovered and it became possible to artificially awaken. Anyone could become an awakener as long as they had money. John Doe who had no presence or any self-confidence. He's now a cool awakener with a ton of presence. Wow. Naturally, the number of people who wanted to become hunters increased. Important news, S-Class Hunt goes down in legendary hunter Herbout for being the first country to go down Terra Supreme in the United States of America. Pro Hunter good ending. Real life may differ from the above image. You too. Yeah, me too. And thus the great age of hunters occurred. Next. Hey, don't push me. Open up space. Let's go. Wait. There's a hunter being crushed underneath. After struggling with the problem, the government created the Pro Hunter exam and limited only those that passed the test to be active hunters. Lissy Losud. Joala. Naturally, institutions that helped people prep for the hunter exam emerged. Train physically, and provide an assortment of hunting information. In the end, private institutions that taught everything one needed to become a hunter were founded. Called hunter academies. How? How can a human like you exist? Maybe you were just a frog in a well. I refuse to accept this. In order to become a hunter, people now have to attend a hunter academy. The academy I'll attend. Heaven-defying fists. If you can hold it up, you can also overturn it. Instructor Atlas. I have not permitted you to die. Instructor Huatua, once you learn mana, you can see the world. Instructor Merlin, faster than anyone, different from everyone. Let's run at the speed of light. Instructor Thialphi. The moment your mental crumbles, physical abilities become nothing more than scrap. Instructor Siddhartha Gautama. Take down the stars from Devaloka. Form 1 to 3 of the heavenly meteor staff. Instructor Great Sage. Is on a completely different dimension than other academies. Now then. What class should I take now? Would you like to register for a lecture? Yes, no. No. Starting the lecture. Thank you for using Transcension Academy. Kim Sia-jun / age 27 Natural Awakener. I'm a natural awakener, born with more powerful strength than others. But in order to pay off my parents' debt, who died in a mysterious accident, I've been transporting hunted monsters for 9 years. There's only one thing that lets one endure harsh work and the pressure of debt. The dream of becoming a pro hunter. Hey SEO June, how's saving up money to become a hunter? I've been searching for good but cheap hunter academies. Take a break, Hunter Academy. Isn't hunter something you can be as long as you awaken? Sheesh, it's been over 50 years since the Pro Hunter exam was created. Attending hunter academies is a must now. He's right. Most professors at hunter academies are active and returned hunters. Since real hunters are teaching you experiences and know-hows that you normally need to risk your life to learn, hunter academies have a record-breaking number of past candidates. Thanks to that, the massive gap between the educated and uneducated formed. I finally. Also. Bank Kim Seojun transfer account number, balance $40,000 transactions 10/020xx.xx.xx320xx.xx20xx.xx.xx. I managed to save up enough to attend exactly 1 year of classes at a hunter academy. I'd love to go to a better academy, but it's too expensive. And this place isn't that bad either. The paradigm of transcended is shifting. The transcension rage that's storming the whole universe. A collection of experience and knowledge of seasoned professors tens of thousands of years old. Custom, individual tasks for each student. Transcension Academy. Student interview, student that passed the 9th class Swordmaster exam. I registered with no expectations, but it ended up being the best decision of my life. Transcension Academy. Student interview, student that passed the 5th class Sage Ascension exam. Thank you, Transcension Academy. The legend of test passers will continue at Transcension Academy. You who want to become a transcended, register now. My life took a turn for the better thanks to Transcension Academy. My life changed after attending Transcension Academy. You can also become a transcended. What kind of nutjob ad was that? Their site's no different than any other hunter academies. What's up with all these professor names? Once you learn mana, you can see the world. Anyone can be a part of the 500T club with this workout. Basics of staff and spear. Heaven's Great Sage. Maybe I'll check this one out. Nice to meet you guys. I'm Heaven's Great Sage, but my original name is Sun Wukong. My main weapon is the Rui staff. Staves and spears are fundamentally not that different. The lecture is pretty normal considering the concept. It's hard to understand just from the explanation, right? Let me show you. First is the movement to deflect outwards. Disperse. Then the movement to twirl the staff back inwards. Finally, pierce the enemy at a single point. Gasp. What was that? The mountain disappeared. Is this CGI? It doesn't look like it. This should be impossible even for S-class hunters. Would you like to register for this lecture? If you take this lecture, you will obtain Great Sage's DGP-S. Register. Error. You are not a member. Would you like to register for an account? Yes, no. You will be billed for membership registration. Your registration fee is being calculated by taking your causality into account. It costs money just to make an account. And what's this causality calculation? Membership registration fee $40,000. After registration, lecture fees may vary depending on your situation. Fucking scammers. You're going to register for an academy? No wonder you looked like you were in a good mood. Where are you registering? It's a place called Arc Hunter Academy. I heard they have good teachers there. Don't forget about me after you become famous. Of course. Ah. Do you want to take care of the monsters that I catch? Sounds good to me. Will I finally get a chance to handle a dragon? Not just dragons. I'll even let you play soccer with a lich's skull. Someone once said this. Life is a comedy in long shot. But a tragedy when seen in close-up. See a Jun. So in order to truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain. The nerves in your legs are going through necrosis. It seems that the broken bones got tangled with the nerves while healing because you have faster regeneration from being an awakener. What? Work comp? No way. What do you think will happen to my and my nephew's reputation if word gets out that there was an accident at our company? The surgery will cost $40,000. You need surgery as soon as possible. Any later and your nerves will attach permanently to the bones, and the effects will be irreversible. Take this. Which is why you need to be able to look far into the future. So I looked at the future while enduring for 9 years. Everything I saved up was spent on my surgery, and now, all I have left is the $3,000 that Mr. Manhwa gave me. Can I do it all over again? The past of a transcended is always low. Isn't this that Transcension Academy site? I couldn't find it again after that day. Your registration fee is being calculated by taking your causality into account. Membership registration fee $3,000. After registration, lecture fees may vary depending on your situation. Didn't they say registration was $40,000 last time? Now that I think about it, $40,000 was all I had at that time. Is it asking for everything I have? Well, why don't I try registering? It's not like I have any money in my account. Membership registered, huh? The money is flying out of the envelope. Congratulations on becoming a member of Transcension Academy. What's going on? Nice to meet you. A person popped out from my phone. You're Mr. Kim Seojun, right? I'm in charge of your initial education, your mentor. Did I hit my head? Mentor. Are you saying your name's Mentor? I meant that I, Mentor, am your mentor. Your mentor is me, Mentor. My name is Mentor. Anyway. Our Transcension Academy is an academy that teaches those that want to transcend the limits of one's race. Wait, it's an academy for transcended and not hunters. How can you compare a transcended with a hunter? They are on a completely different level. But still, S-class hunters are. Our instructors are capable of taking down hunters with just their fingers, dead serious. Anyway, can you fill this out? Transcended Aptitude Test Survey to craft a personalized course for new students. Q1. Select the field you want to transcend in. Combat, Production, Medicine, Mind, Art, Miscellaneous. What's this? It's so we can see what kind of transcended you want to become, as well as to determine your current ability and tendencies. Like it says, it's a survey. Oh, since it's to give you the best guidance, please answer honestly. Transcended Aptitude Test Survey to craft a personalized course for new students. Q1. Select the field you want to transcend in. Combat, Production, Medicine, Mind, Art, Miscellaneous. Huh. Is there a problem? Well. I don't know what to select for the second question. Transcended Aptitude Test, Q2. Select your current skill level. Close to Transcension, but about 2% short. You have become the strongest living person, but you are not yet the strongest person in history. You are able to plow a great plane into a field with a full-strength punch. You are able to easily split a big mountain with a single attack. Maybe not a big mountain, but you are able to pull out a mountain. A lot of people hesitate here. You can just pick the one that literally describes what you can do. Does that mean you can't pull out a mountain either? Isn't it weirder to be able to do such a thing? How was he able to register for our academy? He's a real scrub. Well, that's fine. Don't worry too much. Transcension Academy will never kick out a member. Once a member, always a member. Now continue answering. Good job. It's finally over. Why were there 108 questions? You have a free pass. Let me recommend some necessary lectures for you. But let's talk about the rest after we analyze your profile. So your preferred method of combat is spearmanship. For spearmanship, rather than mana cultivation, Oriental Ki cultivation technique might be better. Instructor Heaven's great sage is great for basics, but considering you can't even pull out mountains, it's far too advanced. I think one of these will be best for your free pass lecture. The moment your mental crumbles, physical abilities become nothing more than scrap. Instructor, Siddhartha Gautama, Compulsory Introductory Course for Combat Transcendence, Instructor, Chiron. Not only are you injured, but you're also troubled emotionally, right? Why don't you start by taking this one, the lecture from Instructor Siddhartha Gautama? Are you talking about Buddha? That's correct. He himself says he's not, but all the students refer to him as Buddha. Return to Amida Buddha, the Buddha of infinite light and life of Buddhism, Gautama, founder Siddhartha. Instructor Siddhartha Gautama is one of the famous instructors for his mentality lecture, a required subject for the Transcension exam. It's a lecture that should require a ton of money to take, but he's so adamant on saving poor souls that, what in the world? Would you like to register for this lecture? When you complete this lecture, you will obtain Unwavering Heart, SSS. Register Unwavering Heart. That's the reason why Instructor Gautama's lecture is considered necessary. Unwavering Heart alone can let you break through most transcension fields. So even if it feels like you will lose your mind, you need to watch all of it. What? Lose my mind? Did your font just change for a moment there? You'll know once you take it. I'll contact you again after I've analyzed your profile. Well, I guess I'll give it a watch. Please press the button to play. Where do you think the world exists? He looks like a living, breathing golden statue. Is he the real Buddha? The word I did not exist. Therefore, I do not exist. But more importantly, this lecture is way too hard. If there is nothing to compare against, then how can a being that cannot be defined exist? Is this what Mentor was talking about? That's why I wished you good luck. Therefore, this world and this universe were created simultaneously with your birth, and it perishes simultaneously with your death. You do not exist. You are simply the world. I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. Lecture progress 0.06%. 1 week later. What incredible recovery speed. I understand that you're an awakener, but still. This is the first time I've seen anything like this in my 30 years as a doctor. It's not my imagination. Thanks to Siddhartha Gautama's lecture, my heart felt tranquil, speeding up my recovery. Though, I did feel like I was gonna lose my mind every time I listened to the lecture. I'm only at 1.3% progress, but it's this effective. You never know, so why don't you stay hospitalized for another week? I wonder what will happen when I hit 100%. Okay. That's good with me. Transcension Academy, this is the real deal. I can move my body now. Why don't I also try out Chiron's lecture? Compulsory Introductory Course for Combat Transcendence, Instructor, Chiron, would you like to register for this lecture? When you complete this lecture, you will obtain Metamorphosis, A. Register. The A-Class Metamorphosis. It's a lower class compared to Unwavering Heart, but A-Class doesn't mean that it's a low-quality skill. With the SSS class Unwavering Heart, most transcension fields are Gucci. It's probably just Unwavering Heart that's crazy. Nice to meet you. My name's Chiron. He's a centaur with the torso of a human and the lower body of a horse. Hercules, Theseus, Achilles, Jason, etc. He's the teacher of almost every hero in Greek mythology. The focus of this lecture is to prep students into a state where they can ascend into the early stages of transcension. Please note that combat techniques will not be taught in depth in this course. The real Chiron, it's honestly not even that surprising anymore. Now then, the first step to become a transcended. Get up right now and move, bitch. Whoa. Get up right now and move, bitch. Wakak. Ding. Daily individual task has arrived. After calculating the causality of the current student's level, a suitable task will be assigned. Daily task, 30 km run, 0/30 km, 1000 squats, 0/1000, 300 push-ups, 0/300, 300 sit-ups, 0/300, 150 pull-ups, 0/150. Task. Daily task, 30 km run, 0/30 km, 1000 squats, 0/1000, 300 push-ups, 0/300, 300 sit-ups, 0/300, 150 pull-ups, 0/150. Isn't the level of the task they gave me beyond a daily difficulty? It's not like I'm One Punch Man. Not to mention the doctor definitely said, for the next week, don't overexert yourself. Something like that. For now, I'll just listen to lectures and start properly once I get discharged. Skip and on to the next lecture. There is an incomplete task. Please complete your task. Huh. There is an incomplete task. Please complete your task. There is an incomplete task. Please complete your task. How does it know I didn't complete the task? I lost. Yeah, it's only a week, so no need to push myself. I should listen to the Siddhartha Gautama lecture first. Pass expires, 83 days. Huh. Time until your free pass expires, 83 days. Time until your free pass expires, 83 days. There was an expiration date. Well, the Transcendence Academy is an academy too. It makes sense that there's a limit on lecture attendance. The remaining time is 83 days. To begin with, it was probably 90 days. 3 months, I guess. I don't know how this academy came to be. I have to completely absorb the content of the lectures and achieve a certain level of understanding in order to increase the lecture progress. I definitely attended, but the progress is the same. Lecture progress, 1.3%. I ended up having to repeatedly watch the same lecture. I attended the Siddhartha Gautama lecture for an entire week, but the progress is at a measly 1.3%. I don't have the confidence to complete the lecture in the remaining 83 days. The free pass means that it's only a trial. I'm exercising for the first time in a while. To be precise, I didn't have a reason to exercise until now. Still, what I did the past 9 years was to carry the monsters that pro hunters rated. Push-ups first. 1, 2. Because the monster corpses I carried were usually around 70 kilograms, I didn't feel the need to go out of my way to exercise separately. 3. Although I don't know how to use mana yet, I'm still an awakener. I'm confident in my sturdy body. 300. I still have the 9 years I've struggled through. This isn't much. Now, to continue this atmosphere, the next exercise is km run, 0/30 km, 1000 squats, 0/1000, 300 push-ups, 81/300, 300 sit-ups, 0/300. Huh. Why did it only count as 81 instead of 300? Maybe. 30 km run, 0/30 km, push-ups, 81/300, sit-ups, 0/300, pull-ups, 0/150. km run, 0/30 km, push-ups, 82/300, pull-ups, 19/150. So, this is without proper form. 300 push-ups, 300 out of 300. It doesn't. 150 pull-ups, 150/150. Count. 1000 squats, 1000/1000, 300 sit-ups, 300/300, anything. How does that make sense? 30 kilometers run, 30 kilometers per 30 kilometers. Daily task, 30 kilometers run, 30 kilometers per 30 kilometers, 1000 squats, 1000/1000, 300 push-ups, 300/300, 300 sit-ups, 300/300, 150 pull-ups, 150/150. Arg, this is crazy. This youngster, TSK. I can't do this. Not anymore. Mom, that guy is rolling around on the floor. Shoo. Don't look at him. I have to do this every day. When will I listen to lectures then? That's your problem. A few days later. Oh my. Why, young man, is your body so much better? Are you going out to exercise again? Ah, yes. How do you do? Oh my, you're working hard, very hard. Being young is definitely great. Breaking news. This morning, at around 5, the 4-star monster behemoth suddenly appeared within the city of Seoul. This was a situation that could have led to a large number of deaths. However, coincidentally, an awakener in the vicinity stepped up and was able to prevent any loss of life. The awakener is a cadet at Jaein Academy. Due to the influence of S-class hunter Jung Hun Young, Jaein Academy has taught, those hunter people saved lives again, huh? They really are grand people, ah. Now that I think of it, young man, didn't you say you are also an awakener? Yes, I am. Then are you, young man, also a hunter? Will you also be coming out on TV like that? Ah, that is. Granny, do you think anyone can just go out on TV? These days, it's very difficult to become a pro hunter. Is that so? I see a lot has changed. It wasn't like that in my time. And also, student. It seems you aren't even a cadet yet, so if you are exercising in hopes of becoming a hunter, just give up. Don't waste your youth on something that won't even happen. How can you say something like that? This is all advice to help him in life, advice. I will decide what to do with my life on my own. What? This punk. I went out of my way to. Please worry about your own life first. Look at the way he speaks. If an adult gives some advice because they are worried, you should know to listen well. Something that won't even happen. What bullshit. I am a cadet of Transcension Academy. I was able to completely feel the effects of the lectures during the last week. At the Transcension Academy, being a pro hunter isn't impossible. I will definitely become a hunter. Ah, I hate being a hunter. What's the point of establishing an academy? Stuff still costs money. We still have no cadets. I'm going to be annoyed to death. I'm finally home. I was hospitalized for a whole 2 weeks. How in just 2 weeks? Even if it's small, my house is the best. There's about a year left until the hunter exam. And how much was left in my bank account again? I really don't have anything. Ah. Now that I think about it, I finished my daily tasks today. I wasn't able to do it up to now because I would go over into the next day, but, if it's today, then maybe. Compulsory Introductory Course for Combat Transcendence. Lesson 1 Lesson 21 Lesson 3. Will you register for the next lecture? Yes. Oh. Good. It looks like you finally have enough strength to start toddling now. Was I still a baby? Regardless, since you have the ability to toddle now, you should toddle. The first step as a transcendent is sense. Lecture progress, 5.7%. The next morning. What? I thought it was going to be a big surgery or something, but it looks like it wasn't much. You must have quite the thick skin to be showing your face around here. I'll have you know, if something as unsavory as that happens again, it'll be your neck the next time. Yes, I didn't want to come here either, but I have no choice. I don't even have enough money to feed myself. Looking at how he's letting me stay though, he feels at least a little guilty about it. Industrial accident compensation. Anyways, don't know anything about this, got it? Whining so much even though you didn't get that hurt. In the end, money's the issue. If I don't work, I don't have enough to eat. But if I make money, I don't have enough time to listen to the lectures. If I don't finish Instructor Chiron's daily tasks, I'm unable to listen to lectures at all, so. Should I at least be reviewing the lectures if I'm feeling like this? Now that I think about it, what did Instructor Chiron say again in the last lecture? Right, it was something about sense. There are 5 senses that play an absolute role in combat. Sight, hearing, touch, taste, smell. We call those the 5 senses. Normally, those 5 senses go through the process of perceiving, recognizing, judging for each stimulus. But that process is endlessly slow. Why are you thinking about such pointless things? Therefore, I will teach you the method to shrink this process as much as possible. Something completely separate from the 5 senses. Your hidden 6th sense. Intuition. Kim Sia-jun, you should have said something if you came. It's been a while, you brat. What? Do you have eyes on the back of your head or something? How did you dodge it? Right? Thumbs up. If you're here to work, start working. What are you doing? Kim Sia-jun, are you really going to be okay? If it's 3 of them, it's a good 200 kilograms. You'll get hurt like that. Yeah. I'm alright. Please, load them up. Seeing how he can walk like that, it looks like he's alright. Everyone. Let's continue after a break. That's strange. Why do I feel like strength's bursting out of me? What should I do? I feel like this job gets harder the more I do it. Should I at least do the daily tasks? I won't have much time after work anyways. 1. Squat. Arg, my bones. Should I check if it counted properly? Daily task, 30 kilometers run, 30 kilometers per 30 kilometers, 1000 squats, 1000/1000, 300 push-ups, 300/300, 300 sit-ups, 300/300, 150 pull-ups, 150/150. Is it because the effectiveness increases with more weight? Then that means, now loading. Sia-jun. You should stop and take a break. This is fire. Ajusi. I'll carry the thing that you're carrying right now. Oh. That looks a bit heavy. Give it to me. You're going to move this as well, right? I'll take it. I shouldn't make separate time for the tasks. I can just do it while I work. Even if my form's different, as long as it has an effect, it counts. 2, hey. 3. Arg. 36. 37. Let's go. And the higher the weight, the more the count increases by. Which means I can earn money and save time, the perfect example of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Nice. Alright. Next is pull-ups. You brat, you're going to get hurt like that. Arg, I feel like I'm going to die. It's really efficient to do the tasks while working, but it's really hard. 1. 2. 1. 2. Run, 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 let's go. Manhwa Jussi's face was something to look at though. Hee hee. But honestly, who really would exercise while carrying monsters? Well, at least. Daily task, 30 kilometers run, 30 kilometers per 30 kilometers, 1000 squats, 1000/1000, 300 push-ups, 300/300, 300 sit-ups, 300/300, 150 pull-ups, 150/150. Thanks to that, I was able to save some time. Daily tasks finished. 30 kilometers run, 30 kilometers per 30 kilometers, 1000 squats, 1000/1000, 300 push-ups, 300/300, 150 pull-ups, 150/150, 300 sit-ups, 300/300. It's still 10 o'clock after listening to both of the lectures. Chiran's lecture progress, 9.1%. Siddhartha Gautama's lecture progress, 2.5%. It's good that I was able to finish it quickly, but I feel like it would be a waste of time to finish it like this. Should I at least review them? Would it be better to include another lecture instead? It's not like the progress would increase by just reviewing the lectures. That might not be a bad idea. Since regular lessons cost money, I should do a free pass lecture that I could listen to for free. Oh. You can become strong enough to pull mountains out of the ground like this. Instructor, Xiang Yu. Xiang Yu. Is it referring to the Hegemon King, Xiang Yu? The Hegemon King Xiang Yu. After appearing in the legend of Chu and Han, he became widely known as a man with overwhelming power. There's a reason why the one who can oppose 10,000 was birthed as a proverb because of him. That's not bad. And since this is a part of the free pass, the lecture is free. Will you register for the selected lecture? If you register for the lecture, you will learn mountain pulling spearmanship. Register X. You want to learn the spear? Bwahahaha. Those who are taking this lecture are just trash who don't even know the basics. These trash want to learn spearmanship. Alright. I'll teach you. Hegemon King Western of Chu Xiang Yu. You idiots don't need any of that DGP stuff. For now, just swing it around. Carve the concept of the spear into your body and your senses. Then come back to me. Your personal daily task has arrived. After calculating the causality of the current student's level, a suitable task will be assigned. Daily task, swing a spear-type weapon 5,000 times, 0/5000. He just said a few words. Is that really the end of the lecture? And this. Daily task, swing a spear-type weapon 5,000 times, 0/5000, Wahahaha. How dare a brat like you try to learn the spear? Just swing it. Why are they all daily tasks? Ha. There really isn't an issue, right? Ah, of course. Our business has never had an accident thanks to thorough management and safety regulations. There won't be anything that you're worrying about happening here. B-Class Hunter Park Seo-yoon, you know about the behemoth incident that happened not too long ago, right? Even though I was the one that confirmed it, since there might be something that I missed, I want you to make sure to thoroughly inspect it. Yes. Of course. Whisper, man, he's practically on his knees for her. Who is she for him to be acting like that? Isn't she the granddaughter of the Sword Star? I think her name was Park Seo-yoon. Sword Star. The monsters then were more brutal. And those types of monsters roamed the streets. It was a time when human survival was not guaranteed. Park Minchul was active as an awakener in that world and was one of the people that returned civilization to the world. He was truly a hero. Time has passed, and he might be an old man now. But he is still a heavyweight that can compete on the global stage. Well, that's not my business. What is that person doing? Ah. Don't mind him. He's been like that since a week ago. Like a madman. Is there something wrong with his head? 45. 46. Minchul Ajusi. I'll leave the corpse here. 60. Alright. How long are you going to keep that up for? If I started it, I should see it to the end. Phew, there's all a meaning to this. Meaning my ass. Sigh, you'll seriously end up dying if you find another meaning. If you brought it here, go already, I'll come bring some more. Goodness. Glance. Ajusi. I finally escaped. I'm definitely not a fan of the work leader here. How could we bring the granddaughter of the Sword Star to such a shoddy place? We will serve you in our cool office. How long do I have to deal with this shit? That person is her, right? The Sword Star's granddaughter. Shoo. She'll hear. What's wrong when we're this far away? So, what rank hunter is she? I can hear it all. B rank? What, the Sword Star's granddaughter is only at that level. Shoo dash. Although the Sword Star is revered as a hero by the people, to me, that name is but a burdensome label that just follows me around. Although I had my hunter education taught directly by my grandfather ever since I could walk, the wall called the Sword Star was too high, and I didn't have the ability to overcome that wall. For me, who had endlessly been compared to my hero grandfather, my original dream was to be an educator. I want to be a teacher. I don't want to hear it. Don't say those things anymore. I could not live a normal life because I was the granddaughter of the Sword Star. Although the compromise I made was the Hunter Academy. It wasn't the Sword Star that was teaching. No way. Grand. The Sword Star has nothing to do with this. I am the instructor. What, we got tricked. Once it was revealed that the Hunter Academy I established would not have the Sword Star as an instructor, excuse me. Everyone lost interest and left. The people had enrolled not because of me, but because of the Sword Star's name. And whatever cadets were left all quit as if they were chased out by grandfather. Because of that, it's now a Hunter Academy that no one even knows of. If only I had one proper cadet. Run. It's a monster. What? Mister. Why did the manticore we carried here suddenly get up? Wasn't it dead? Run, Sia Jun. Don't worry about me and just escape. He will die. He will definitely die. A normal person can never overcome a monster. Even an awakener who cannot use mana would be the same. Not to mention, a manticore is a 4-star monster that even pro hunters would find difficult. What about the hunters? Until just now, there was the Hunter Park Seo-yoon. No. If she isn't here now, it's already too late, he'll die a dog's death. Someone has to act right now. Someone needs to move right now to save Mr. But who? Mister, hurry and run. You should also. Then we will be overtaken. Quickly. There is only me. I need to stall for time until the pro hunters get here. Damn. Don't shake in fear. Don't hesitate. Move. You are the universe. As you observe the world, where it came from. And what? Embrace a universe thinking of where it will go from now on. Lay down my emotions. And my scared and shaking heart will slowly calm down. It's too late if I move after I think about my reaction. I have to leave my actions to my senses. Before I react, leave it to my senses. A weak point. Do I attack or not? But what the hell should I do? Uprooting mountains isn't just about strength. It's the momentum of metal. Trust it. Trust that my blow can split mountains, don't have even a speck of doubt. I can split it. No, I must split it. This is the power to pull out mountains. This is the power to pull out mountains. What is happening? What was that racket just now? Huh? This. What in the world happened here? A corpse mover who isn't even a hunter did this without even a proper weapon, but a steel pipe. They can catch a monster like that. Ah. Mister. Are you alright? Did you get hurt anywhere? I'm okay, but rather, see Jun, this is. You know how much I usually exercise. Rather, you may have been injured, so let's head to the hospital for now. Oh my, we had checked it over, but there must have been a small mistake. This guy so the hospital first. You did great. Murmur found him. Huh. The proper cadet. You all can't go around speaking about what happened today. Yes, good work everyone. Let's all go home. Mister, I'll see you tomorrow and visit the hospital. Who? I get it. I feel like my ears will fall off. Bye huh? The lecture progress rate increased by a lot. It can't compare to just repeatedly listening to the lectures. Maybe it's because I caught the manticore. 100 words aren't worth a single picture, a saying that means that nothing beats actual experience. In other words, the best way to increase lecture progress rates is using the materials I learned from the lectures in actual combat. The problem is, if I can't enter a hunter academy and earn a temporary license, I can't go on dungeon raids. The Transcendent Academy isn't a hunter academy, so I can't get help in this area. Do I have to gather money and apply to a hunter academy? Excuse me. Huh? Could you spare some time to have a chat? This person was the hunter who requested today's work, right? Was she called the granddaughter of the Sword Star? Why would someone like that want to talk to me? Yes, please speak. I'll say this in a straightforward manner. Will you come with me to meet my grandfather? I don't want to. Of course you would definitely not want to, what? Then I'll be going. Please wait. Let's hurry home and listen to some lectures. I, Park Seo-yoon, age 31. So what Miss Hunter is saying. I'm going through something I had never experienced in my 31 years, so I am a bit flustered. Is that you wish I would join your Hunter Academy, which has no cadets and is basically only registered as an academy on paper? This person, what exactly is he? He does some weird type of exercise. And even if it was in a severely weakened state, having only the fighting ability of a 2-star monster, he was able to slice the 4-star manticore in half. He is clearly trying to become a hunter. However, we have everything you could need. The equipment and setup are good, and although we don't have an instructor, I don't want to. After all, I do not need the instructions of a hunter academy. What if my grandfather, the Sword Star, was to teach you? It doesn't matter. He would reject even the offer of learning from the Sword Star, something that all of the pro hunters want. No. I can't just let him go like this. How will you join raids? From what I saw today, you could probably join raids right away. You know that you cannot join raids unless you are affiliated with a hunter academy. Isn't this a waste? Isn't that the same if I entered your academy? Only the academies that obtained authorization from the government can distribute temporary licenses. We did receive that authorization. If you come into our academy, we will help you to start raiding right away. Walking pace slowed down. I need to forcefully push right now. And you stated that you do not need the teachings of the Hunter Academy, right? Fine. We will not meddle with that. We will provide a separate location where you can train. We will not ask for any payment, including the tuition. Are you asking to only be affiliated? If there are perks, there must also be some duty. In order to enjoy those perks, what do I need to do for Miss Seoyun? Before you pass the Pro Hunter exams, please attend in several competitions under our academy name, and wherever you go, please let others know you attend our academy. Honestly, this is a tempting offer. I can solve everything I've been worrying about in one go, and the things I have to do aren't much compared to the perks I would get, but, why are you going to this extent to get me to join? Because I saw your potential. Not bad. A relationship where we use each other. I am Kim Seojun. I am Park Seoyun. However, I can tell that, at some point, we will become each other's will. The next day. Hello. Mr. Manchel. Did you do this? Sejun, what the hell did you do yesterday? The work leader had suddenly changed today. Ah, that. Yesterday, rather, because of my negligence, you could have been in an accident, thank you very much. Well, if you are so thankful, could I ask you for a favor? Please just tell our company that, because you don't like the work leader, you won't be willing to work with us anymore. I didn't think he would get fired straight away. What would I have done? I'm sure he resigned due to the responsibilities from the accident. Is Kim Tae-soo a bastard who would resign for something like that? Even a passing dog would laugh at that. Well, it is a good thing that that person isn't around anymore. Everyone seems to be enjoying it too. More importantly, are you on your way there? To the Hunter Academy? Dream Hunter AG Mr. Seojun, over here. Hunter Temporary Licensed Serial Number, H220512 Alpha Rank, 0, Name, Kim Seojun. It was issued just yesterday. Thank you. I was wondering, but they really did issue it. Pro Hunter yet, Hunter Temporary Licensed Serial Number, K220512 Rank, 0, Name, Kim Seojun. This is just the beginning. Can you teach me the method for dungeon raiding? There is no need. Sorry. First, please choose a comfortable training weapon among the ones we have prepared. After you choose, we can go right away. I already made an appointment for a raid, since I thought you would need it. Why did you follow me into the dungeon? Didn't we agree not to meddle with each other? I won't be meddling, you're our academy's only cadet. Would we just neglect you? Don't worry. It's your first time in a dungeon raid, right? Just think of me as a safety device. Although this dungeon only has kobolds like the one you just caught, you cannot get distracted. The kobold is a 2-star monster. This is the perfect place for someone like me, who has no experience, to test out this and that. Thankfully, like the time with the manticore, the mana defense is easily pierced. Originally, it was normal for attacks without mana to deflect off a transparent barrier. Danger. Huh, it's weird how. The attacks of someone like me who can't use mana are effective. Also. Yes, it's increasing. Although it didn't increase drastically like with the manticore yesterday, if it increased this much with just 2 kobolds, this is still worth it. Also, I can earn money from the dungeon raid. I'll increase the speed a bit. This is like grinding for experience in a game. Mr. Seajun. I knew he was a weird person from the beginning, but his craziness transcends all imagination. What is that punk doing? It's scary. You must absolutely avoid Hydra's poison. I see. As soon as he returned from the dungeon raid, he started to stare at a dark, blank screen. Can you not see this? Seajun from Sion's perspective. How many hours has it been since he started staring at the blank screen? The bigger problem is that the weird points don't stop there. What? How did he just do that? A cadet without proper education on their first dungeon raid can massacre kobolds like a hunter who's trained for over 10 years. If you have nothing to do, let's move this together. This is all money after all. The hell? He does some weird type of exercise while moving the corpses, which he could have just called a corpse delivery service for, but he wanted to save on expenses. I can't hide the fact that I have a new cadet from grandfather forever. But how can I keep this up? Ah. It's past midnight. I didn't finish listening to all of the lectures. Is he some Cinderella or something? Ah, did I really make the correct decision? Bank balance $9,510 Kim Seajun account no, XXXXXXXXXXX. To think I earned this much money in one day. I did the corpse moving as well as the corpse dismantling all on my own, so it's quite spicy. There was a point to going through this effort. Yesterday. The problem is that too much time and effort needs to go into it. I ended up not finishing all of yesterday's lectures. Should I try asking Mr. Manchel to work with me instead? If it's Mr., I can trust him, and I also want to keep in touch with him. Also, Mr. setting up his own moving service probably isn't a bad idea. Well, I'll contact him when I have the time. What should I do with the almost $10,000 I've earned? Saving it up is good, but I want to use it more wisely. The dungeon raid helped me earn money and increased my lecture progress rate, but it isn't increasing as quickly as expected. What? When I caught the last kobold, it didn't even increase at all. Is there a faster method of getting stronger? To be as strong as the heaven's great sage, Sun Wukong. Oh right. Sun Wukong. The lecture I was able to see as a sneak peek. Previously, I wasn't able to even think about attending it because I had no money, but if it's now. The basics of staff arts and spear arts. Will you register for the lecture? If you register, you will learn Great Sage's OGP-S. Register. Register. Registration fee $27 million. Million. This crazy ass, it's an amount that transcends all imagination. Is that why it's the Transcension Academy? I think I can't handle this even after I become a pro. What's he doing? Nothing I can do. Let's think about that lecture later. Finding time for the lectures I have now is already iffy. Does the Transcension Academy sell any items or anything? If I can't attend lectures, I should at least get some equipment. It's a crazy person. Never make eye contact. There is. Transcendent Shop, sells training equipment created personally by accepted students. This is. Elixir. Aegis Shield, even the Lance of Longinus. Even if they were all copies, all of them are mythic level equipment. These are all considered training equipment. Even for someone like me who doesn't know much about weapons, they all seem unusual. If the equipment were made by accepted students, then it could also mean that they were made by the transcended. To think I can easily obtain mythic level items created by the transcended. For now, the equipment I can use right away. Lance of Longinus. Press purchase. Calculating the causality rate in order to affix an appropriate price. Lance of Longinus. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. You seem to be doing it more desperately today. Did something happen? 86. 87. I expected that it would be quite expensive. Even a copy would be worth millions in real life. 88. The risk I took was calculated. 89. Lance of Longinus $100,000. But man, am I bad at math. $100,000. There is no way I would have that much money. Not to mention I can't resell the item. I should probably just close my eyes, get a loan, and then resell it. This item was created by the passing students for use by their underclassmen cadets, so second-hand reselling is strictly prohibited. Yeah, no. In the end, it all comes back to me. $100,000 is already burdensome, but I can't even guess when I'll be able to listen to the $27 million lecture held by the great sage, Heaven's Equal. Mr. Sia-jun, do you have some time? The Academy Contention? Yes, have you heard of the Academy Contention before? I did hear of it, but I don't know the details. Like its name suggests, it's a contest between academies. It's a competition where numerous academies attend in order to show off their supremacy. Here, the relevant files. You can see it as a place where you evaluate an academy's level. 4th level contention competition files, Dream Academy. Competitions of this type are quite varied, but the Academy Contention is at the 4th level league in those competitions. If you perform well during the contention, you can earn the right to participate in a higher league, letting you increase the Academy's applicants and get authorized by the government. Therefore, the Hunter Academies don't hold back on their resources and send in their best hopefuls. So, the reason you are explaining this to me is of course. Yes, you're correct. I want Mr. Sia-jun to participate as our Dream Hunter Academy's representative. The Academy Contention, wouldn't I be able to raise my lecture progress greatly with this? If you think about it, this can also be considered experience. That sounds good. I will participate. Oh, really? Well, it was already a part of our agreement. What do you usually do during the contention? Although we can't know the exact details of the contention, we know the evaluation is done by combining the scores of the dungeon raid and the cadet tournament. Dungeon raids and duels. Now that I think of it, my battle experience against monsters is just a manticore and kobolds. What to do? Since I'll be participating anyways, I want to do this properly. Is there anyone free to spar with me? Miss Seo-yoon, if you don't have anything to do, would you mind sparring with me? What? With me? What am I even doing right now? With me? You won't be sparring against me. Are you maybe afraid? This is a great opportunity. Miss Seo-yoon is a B-rank hunter. A B-rank may just be a B-rank, but she is a B-rank hunter that learned from and was raised by that sword star. A novice cadet might not be in the position to judge a pro hunter, but exciting. I was curious about how strong Miss Seo-yoon really is. Mr. Sia-jun, will you really do this? You do know I am a B-rank hunter, right? Of course. So please go easy on me. I'll concede the first blow. Come in any time you want. Then I won't refuse. Ah, of course. It's awkward. His approaching steps are fast, but they are also sloppy. It seems like I may have overestimated him from his time in the kobold dungeon. A cadet is definitely a cadet. I don't know where his confidence comes from to taunt me like that. But with this one attack, it's over. Huh. This is very tough. How did he block a blow containing mana out of his hands? It was supposed to be like that. Then I'll also go at it for real. What is this? The momentum suddenly shifted. His attacks have become faster and sharper. It's a stark difference from before. Make obvious attacks. Then mix in some feints. In modern terms, fake outs. You trash. Who said to make obvious attacks and obvious feints? Do you understand? If your opponent is an existence that can reason, it will take a different tactic. Throw away the idiotic thought that your opponent will just stand there and receive your attacks. Make obvious attacks. Obvious defenses will follow obvious attacks. Pull in the reflected spear as if you are spinning it back towards yourself. Repeat this until your opponent is in a position where she can't block your real attack. And when the time comes, put your all into your next attack. Now,